So what if I told you you can make e-learnings, quizzes, and even full courses all in the comfort of PowerPoint without having to learn any new software? Well, it's actually possible with iSpring Suite. It's the sponsor of today's video, and they've asked me to sort of explore what it can do, what their toolkit can do in PowerPoint. And to be honest, it's quite powerful because you can take an existing presentation and add some interactivity to it. And that interactivity, well, it allows you to make quizzes to test the knowledge of the audience. But you can also add role plays to train your people for certain scenarios they might encounter in their job. Or you can even make interactive games to see if people have really understood what you're teaching. Now, of course, these are just some examples, and it's only the tip of the iceberg of what is possible with this add-in. And the best part, I think, is because it's an add-in in PowerPoint, you can use the features. So basically, it's an e-learning toolkit that you add to your presentation, to your PowerPoint, and that gives you the options to make some e-learnings, quizzes, courses, and add that interactivity to your slides. Now, because it is into PowerPoint, you also keep all of the other features like animations, transitions, everything that you're used to. Well, it stays around and you can add it to your course as well. So this means that your current skills, your templates, your branding, well, that can stay on point. So you don't have to take everything from one presentation, which I see a lot of people do, and then have to sort of force it into a new sort of software on another site. You can take the existing presentation, add the interactivity, and then publish it as a course, which is quite convenient. So let's have a look at how we can actually create those interactivities. Let's start with the quizzes option first. So here we are in PowerPoint, and if we go to the top here, iSpring Suite, we can see that toolbar that we talked about. If we want to add a quiz, we just click on quiz, and this will add an extra window. So a pop-up window will appear. This also works as a standalone app, so it's pretty convenient. Now we can create one, or we can look at recent quizzes, or this one is like the demo version that they have. So if we click on graded quiz, this will give us that window in which we can create the quiz. Now the first thing you can do is you can add a question, and here we can already see the different variations that they have. So we have multiple choice, multiple response, true or false, or even drag the words, sequences. There's like a lot of options that you can use. For this tutorial, let's look for a sequence. So I'm going to click this, and it will open up that window where we can add our sequence. So maybe I want to ask a question, rank our marketing channels in order of importance. And here I can just add the options. So let's say we have social media, newsletter, a website. Let's say we have paid ads. Keep in mind, this is the correct order. So you set the correct order here, and then we can go to the settings. So if you want the correct message to appear, that's right. You chose the right or the correct response. You can also change it to, for example, congrats or congratulations. You chose the correct response. You can give some points to it and go quite in detail. You can even set the details like the amount of attempts that you want people to have, or maybe limit the time answer. That is all possible here. Now what we can see here on the left side is we have form view. So here we create the quiz in the background. If we go to slide view, this is where we can see the layout of the slide. Now on first glance, this looks quite basic. So we see that similar structure to PowerPoint. We have the slide here on the left where we can work on, and then some format options on the right. And also at the top, we recognize that PowerPoint bar. What we can do here, we can play around with it. So we can maybe make this a little bit smaller. I can right click format background, and here I can choose a gradient fill. And you can see how it changes here. Now we can select the text box. We can make it white. We can make it larger. And also here we can just play around with it as we like. You can select maybe a keyword and add that in a different color. You can choose more colors. Maybe you go for yellow. The cool thing is you can also add anything. So if you want to insert a picture, and then you can just select any image that you like and press OK. And that will add a picture on the slide. Now right click crop, and let's crop this just a little bit and put it to the side of the slide. And then you can just increase it and play around with it. But you see how you can use those PowerPoint features, which is pretty cool. And you can also just customize it entirely as you like. So let's preview this already. And if we click on preview, that will load and instantly give us that final result. So here we can just drag around with the options. And if we put them in the correct order, so let's do social media on top, then we go newsletter, then we go website, we can submit, and we have the correct response. Now, of course, if you have a theme, you can just go to design and here choose any theme that you like. So there's a lot of presets available, which I think are pretty cool. So you can just change them and see how easily everything changes. So it's pretty convenient to just take one of these standard themes that is available and it will automatically adjust. So you can customize this, you can import, export them as you like to create like a consistent feel of your course or your quiz. Then once you're ready, you just save and return to course. Once you click this, it will add that to your presentation. Now you can see that the quizzes, it's quite extensive and you can choose quite a lot of options there. Now besides that, there's also the role plays, which can come in quite handy if you want to train certain people for scenarios that they might encounter. And this is a pretty fascinating one. So we start from a blank slide, go to iSpring Suite and then click on role play. And this will open a new app, the Talkmaster app. Also, this works as standalone, so that's pretty good. You can choose between your recent roleplays or start a new one. So we're going to start a new one, and this gives us a dark screen. You can see I can drag around the screen. It's like a big canvas. So here on the canvas, we can add scenes, and we're going to start to create that mapping of the scenes. So we add a new scene, and here we say, for example, good morning. The character says good morning, and then we have a few replies that we can add. So this is a standard one that the character says, maybe the customer, and then your replies. Good morning, how can I help you? Or maybe a negative reply where you say, what do you need? And of course, this is going to be the good one, and this is going to be the little bit of a weird one. Let's add some images, characters, and then you can choose from the character library. Let's just take one and then put the emotion to normal. We're also going to do a background, and let's see what scene we'd like to have. Let's maybe do a car dealership. You can always add your own, that is perfectly possible. Let's close this. So we now have the content with a good morning and 2 reply options. Let's close this and we can see that the scene has been added. So if we have that good reply, that positive reply, we just drag it and create a new scene. And this could follow up if you answer with good morning, how can I help you? She could say, I'm looking for a new car. And then 2 replies or more, you can add as many as you like. We can maybe say a first reply, great. What is your current car? And a second one, which is great. Did you have anything in mind? Maybe those are the 2 replies. You can change the image if you want. So you can change the emotion to super happy or being angry. You can choose a variety of things here. So let's make her happy. And then we close this. We go from the negative response and we drag a scene out here. And it says, so after the negative reply, if you say good morning and someone asked with, what do you need? You can maybe reply like, never mind, have a nice day. To indicate that she's leaving and she's very angry. And then maybe you can add 2 replies. So I'll show you a quick example, positive and negative, and how we can interlink them. So the first one is goodbye. That's not the good choice. And then add a reply. I'm sorry, how can I help you? And if we close this, we can sort of link those replies as well. So we now have this scene where she says good morning, what do you need? A negative reply. And if she says goodbye, you can leave, so you can create an extra scene for that. Or if you try to recover, you could match that to the first one or to link number 2. So we can link it here. So you see how you can play around with all the scenarios. And if we then preview, I think this will make it very clear. We can see that we have these scenes, so the car, the person, neutral face, says good morning, and we have 2 answers. So good morning, how can I help? Or what do you need? Let's go to good morning, how can I help? And her attitude changes. She says a follow-up question, I'm looking for a new car, and then you can continue. Now in the case, you can always replay the entire thing. So if in case we take the negative route, so what do you need? She gets angry, never mind, have a nice day, and you can recover and then go back to that previous scene. So you sort of in the background, you set up all the different things you need and the connections to make an entire role play out of this. You can make this as extensive as you like. This is just a basic version, but I think it shows you the concept. And then you can always close this and then you can save and return to course just the same as the other one. So you save this and it will add it to your presentation. A really nice feature as well is that at the top here you can see that there's different modes. So there's a desktop mode, but there's also like a tablet mode, and you can preview it on those, or a phone mode, both horizontal and vertical. So it's quite cool to see what it can do and how you can sort of play around with different devices. Now you also get access to a full content library where there's a lot of characters and backgrounds. So if you look at the characters, there's thousands of characters with different poses, different feelings, emotions. So you can really customize it to match your style or match your content. Same goes for the background. So if you have a few backgrounds that you would like, you can just add them on there, send them to the back, and then you have them in your presentation. Now, of course, you can always use your custom pictures. That is perfectly possible as well. But it's pretty cool that each character comes with a range of poses, gestures, and expressions, which are perfect for role plays or scenario-based learnings. And there's also an AI assistant available that if you have any questions, you can just drop them in there and it will give you the replies or the answers and help you through your journey. Now, if you built your course and you want to sort of test what it looks like, you can use the built-in player to see how the interactions work. And this player is fully customizable to your brand as well. So you can choose the colors, you can choose the fonts, the themes, everything is customizable. Just note that the interactivity doesn't go to the presentation mode of your PowerPoint, but it only happens after the export to HTML5 file or the files for learning management systems. Now, if you've made your course and you want to publish it, there's also a variety of ways to do this. You can go to publish and then you can see different options. So if you want to publish it to a computer, you can embed the HTML5 file into your website or anywhere else, or you can send it to iSpring Space to collaborate with more people on it. There's also an option to put it to iSpring Learn, which will then integrate it into the iSpring learning platform, or you can do it to other learning management systems that are available. And then there's also the option to publish it to YouTube if you want. Then you set the timings and it's like a standalone video. I think the biggest benefit that you get here is that you can use your standard presentations that you already have available for trainings. And you can add some slides between it with some interactivity, some quizzes to test the knowledge, and then turn that into a course. So you don't have to force everything into a new software platform, which is pretty time consuming and also harder to maintain. So if you're someone who makes a lot of e-learnings and want to sort of speed up your process, this is definitely an add-in that you might want to explore further. It's quite cool what you can do with it. So if you're interested in that, you can find all the links in the description below, and there you find the information. So thanks a lot for watching. Definitely let me know in the comments below if you liked this video, if it was helpful, and I hope to see you in the next one.